Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a rainbow loom ice cream charm, and before I show you what that looks like and everything, I just want to say that the reason that I don't have the things that I don't always have what I make in the specific tutorial in the intro is because it's a lot easier to film the intro beforehand instead of afterwards like most YouTubers do. Just because I like to be able to explain some things. I don't want any repeats, and I just don't want everything that's fresh in my mind to be forgotten. And there's a band, also, I'm not sure if you guys realize, but making tutorials and putting them on YouTube takes up a lot of time. Uploading is usually about 5 hours because I try to do the most HD possible, and it took me a while to figure out how to like set up my tripod and get the best videos for you guys. And I mean, the laptop I bought was $1,000, and I bought it just because YouTube is what I want to do. Not only because my computer was bad, but because this is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to have the best videos possible, so I worked so hard for this, and I just really want you to know that. So anyway, I'm going to show you the charm now that I've gotten that out of the way, because I'm not sure people understand how much time it takes to make a video and then edit it, and just how much preparation everything involves. So this is the charm. I can't show you my phone, but this is what it looks like because I film with my phone. And I did make a few changes to the design, and I have a template that I'll show you. So, this is my own original design, and I think it's really cute. The end can be kind of hard, but I think it's fine. So I'm gonna get started and show you the template and what you'll be needing. So this is the pattern. I just downloaded the template from Made by Mommy on madebymommy.com, which is her website. She has templates that are blank and they're rainbow looms. So this is what it's going to look like. And as for the colors, you'll be needing well, for all the supplies, you'll be needing a rainbow loom. You can use any type of loom for this. You'll also need a hook. And sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. I had to run downstairs to grab my pattern, but you can use a rainbow loom hook, or today I'll be using a metal crochet hook. This is by the brand Boy, but it's the Loom guy. This is a G6 American size. It's 4.25 millimeters. And I'm going to be doing kind of a review and show you like what it would be like if you use a crochet hook, which a lot of people do, but I'm going to see if it's really up to the task. And if it's really does not turn out well, then I just switch to my rainbow loom hook. And as for bands, I currently don't have enough like tan bands from the skin tone pack, so I have to use caramel, which they always say they're which Rainbow Loom says that they're going to discontinue. I'm not sure if it is, but I can always find out at Michael's and ACMR. Not ACMR, Learning Express. So I'm using caramel bands, and I'm not sure how great that's going to look with the other bands, but I'll be using the Electric Glow bands, which are my new obsession. These and the Patriot bands, I have to stop myself from using them in every single project. And I'm going to try to do a bit of cotton candy, although because they're jelly bands, I'm not sure if they'll just like mold together. But I'll be using those and the caramel, as I said. And for band amounts, for the cone, you'll need 27 bands, and for the ice cream itself, you'll need 28 bands. So I'll be needing like 14 for each about. And that's if I counted correctly. I just counted for my diagram. So, hopefully everything's all good there. Yeah, so once you gathered all your supplies, then we can get started. Okay, so I did a little side-by-side view of my loom and my template. So It's, I guess, like a pretty good size ratio. I think it's exactly like 1-to-1 ratio. I think it's the actual size, so. The purple represents the cone color, the red represents the ice cream color. So I know it's not perfect, it's kind of messy, but I've never done a template before, so this is just more for me, or more for you maybe, I don't even know. So we're going to start with our arrows pointing up, even though charms are usually pointing down, but for this one, I think it's just easier for me. We're going to begin at the middle peg, and I keep getting Instagram notifications. And we're going to go upwards with double bands. This entire thing is going to be double bands, except for like the cap bands and all that. And then we're going to go from the center peg and stretch it to the second pin on the left. So for this especially, you want to use high quality bands because you have a triple loop a band, and that's very hard. I'm not gonna lie. So if you want to use like not Rainbow Loom bands, brand bands, I'm not saying that they're worse quality. I just don't like them personally. But you might want to use like a clear jelly bands or something, for the cap bands. But anyway, I'm gonna zoom out a tiny bit for you guys. And then we're going to repeat that on the right. So from the center first peg. And if the camera shakes, I'm just adjusting the focus, by the way. You're just going to stretch it from the first peg to the second on the right. And it's quite a stretch, but it can stretch a lot more than that. So it's not that bad. And then we're going to go upwards in the middle. And we're going to go up in the middle and the sides 3 times. So 1 already, then 2, 3, and then on the left and the right, we're going to go up 3 times. So, with your cone colored bands. And by the way, the loom should be in the offset configuration, but you can tell. So I'm going to do that on the left as well. And for some reason, the caramel bands look very orangish, at least in my lighting. Just gonna grab a few more from the pack. I have very few caramel because before the Skin Tone pack came out, I didn't have any other brand. So I really think they should make it the tan separate from the Skin Tone because I am running it because it didn't come with enough. And that's from like 2 packs, so. Now we're going to move on. So we're going to be doing the ice cream. So I'm going to be using one purple, and these are electric glue bands. 1 purple, and it's not focusing. 1 purple and 1 blue. Okay? And if you want to add like chocolate chips, then you just wrap a band around them. But I'm not going to be doing that. So, like that. And go upwards. And then we're going to go upwards on that, all 3 pins. And I don't really need to follow the diagram, but if you want to look at it, then there it is. And then we're going to go up once more, all 3 pins. And if you're doing two colors, it does not matter which one's on top. I happen to have a mixture, so sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's purple on top, but because they're jelly, they kind of blend together. And then only on the center, we're going to go upwards. And remember, we're always using 2 bands, no matter what color pattern. And then we're going to close it off. So on the left, we're going to go inwards to the center. And then we're going to repeat that on the right. Okay. So your loom should look like this. Doesn't have much shape. So to add the little like overlap, I guess, like on ice cream cones, it doesn't stay contained. That has like a little ruffly border, I guess. It's strange. The glow band has like a spot of darker blue in it. That's very weird. For some reason, my phone is having a lot of trouble focusing today. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and make a little extension. We're going to make 2. So, we're going to go up to the top of our loom. Just don't connect it to these. And we're going to go upwards with 2 bands. And then on the other side, we're also going to go upwards. And these are 2 independent extensions. So, they should not connect to anything besides pins. And now we're going to add 2 cap bands. Doesn't matter what color. Since I'm using 2 colors, then I'm just going to use one on one side and one on the other. And we're going to wrap this around 3 or 4 times. I think I'm going to do 3, even though these are very stretchy. That might look a little better. Although I don't think it really matters that much. So wrap around 3 times. And then we're going to turn our loom around, and I already have, and we're going to start looping. And I'm going to be using the crochet hook just to show you. And this one does have the, like the thicker part, which is why I bought it, because it's similar to my rainbow loom hook, and I actually bought this for crochet. If you saw on Instagram, I'm making the elephant. So I thought that I might as well try this for rainbow loom. And it's definitely doesn't hold as much band. Because the top is thicker. So the hook's more shallow. And now we're just gonna put the loose ends on our hook, pull it off, and then just grab the cap band, and this will help you to put it on. And we're going to attach it to these 2 pins, or just one of them. And then the other one's going to go on the other side, like that. It's a very small extension, but it will make a difference. And then we're going to pick up the other one. Sorry if this is hard to see. It's a little bit crazy over here. And you can put your finger inside that. And I just slide it around. And then we're done. So we're just going to add our cap bands, or triangle bands. And this part can be kind of tricky. So we're going to start up here, and we're going to put double bands. Not sure if this makes a difference. I just thought I'd try it. I haven't done it without double, or I haven't done it with double bands, so I'm hoping it'll make it fuller. And by the way, you can add eyes, but I tried and it looked really strange. So on this pin, the next 3 pins, we're going to add a cap band that's wrapped around twice. So you don't need to stretch these bands because they're jelly. And I think it's a lot easier if you wrap it around your hook. Make a figure 8 on your hook and then grab it and put it on these 3 pins. Like that. And apologize if you heard a squeak. Where's my chair? Okay. And then we're going to add 3 more cap bands, and these are a little trickier. So, actually, no. Okay, it's all good. We're going to take this, and instead of putting it on these 3, we're going to put it on the pin below it. And then we're going to do the same. So just, they should be pointing downwards. I did it differently in my pattern, but I think this will make it better. So, on this pin, these 3 pins are going to twist it twice again. So we're going to be, oh yeah, sorry. We're going to be single looping it. So just place it on there. And then this pin, we're going to be doubling it. I need to pay attention to my pattern. I'm sorry, I'm very tired today. So, just do it like that. And then this one's the hardest. You need to do it 3 times. And it's very it's very likely that your band is going to break. So, I'm just going to put this aside so it doesn't distract us. And we're going to be stretching our bands. So, just grab it and pull very slowly. And the band is going to become larger. And just pull it as much as you can. You might want to put it on a pin and stretch it like that. This is how much I'm able to stretch it. I can even put it on a pin. It's very stretchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pins. I was able to stretch. And now you just want to pick it up with your hook. Because it's going to be very high tension. You don't want to hurt your fingers. And then, as you can see, it's very large. And now we're ready to place it on. So this is a lot easier if you stretch it a lot beforehand. So put it on once, put it on twice, and then this is still going to be harder. You're going to pull it out very slowly, might hurt your fingers a little, and then you're going to twist it. So, twist it and place it on. And mine didn't break because of the way I did it and how much I stretched it out. And you might want to use a middle hook or crochet hook because when you're looping, it's going to be very high tension. Hopefully that was easy for you to understand, even though it was kind of difficult. And now we're going to turn our loom around and place one last cap band. Or 2. I actually need triangle bands right here. Sorry about that. I didn't include my diagram, so we need 29 ice cream bands. Okay. So we're actually going to add another band on top, so we need 30. So 2 bands. Right there. Okay. I apologize about that. But those can be basically any color. Okay, and now we're going to want to wrap this around our hook, or not our hook, but we're going to wrap around this pin 3 to 4 times. I'm just going to do 4. I mean 3. Okay. And now we can finally begin the hooking process. So just before we do that, make sure your loom looks like this. These 2 are 2 bands. This is one wrapped around twice. This is 1 band. This is 1 wrapped around twice, and this is 1 wrapped around 3 times, and the rest are double bands. These are double. Okay. So we're going to go inside the cap band and pick up the first 2 bands, which should be going to the right or the left in my case. Then we're going to re-enter and pick up our 2 bands going to the right. And if at any time during this I go too fast, feel free to pause or fast forward or rewind, whatever you need to do. And I apologize that I might have been off camera, so we're gonna go in one last time and pick up that band and go forward. And one band fell off, but it's okay because I can just reach under and grab it, put it back on, and then we're just gonna loop upwards on all 3 pins. Make sure you go inside the double cap bands. And then go inside this one as well. And I only grabbed 1 band, so I'm just gonna grab a second one. And I'm going to actually switch to my metal tip tuck because I feel like it will do a better job. So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna zoom out because I was off camera. We're going to go into these pins again and go upwards. And this is definitely a lot better than the crochet hook. And then we're going to just loom up until we get to here. And where there are double loop cap bands or these, you're just going to want to be careful. And if there's any tension, then what you can do is hold on to it and circle around. And also use your hands. Just relieve any tension by pulling back these bands or going inside and circling around. You can also do that if it's like off kilter. And then we're just going to repeat that process of looping upwards like a triple single, being careful of any double looped bands until we get to these again, like I said. Okay, so now I'm here. We're going to start with the center. And that's the easiest. Okay. And now we want to be extremely careful that we don't break that we don't break this band specifically. Because if you do, you'll have to start the whole thing over. So we're just going to go inside. It's going to be very high tension. So you want to help it with your fingers, and that should relieve anything that will break your bands. And this one was a lot easier because this band was so stretched out. It's not as high tension as it might be otherwise. And now we're going to reach inside this pin and take 2 bands and pull them through all of the bands in this pin. Put it back in our hook and make a slip knot. And now we can take everything off of the loom. To fix it, what we're gonna do is just push your finger through, because mine was kind of like caved in. And then grab the extensions and pull them outwards. And just pull up these bands so we get them all evened out. And then what we're going to do is with our hook, we're going to reach in a random spot in the cone, stick it out right near the slip knot, and pull it through. You can also add a C-clip, but it will be upside down. So if you want to make this into a charm, first, let me just adjust this. And I'll do that later. If you want to make it into a charm, you're just going to insert your hook into the slip knot and pull a band through this and make it into, insert your hook into the cap bands and then make a slip knot with another band onto that, and you'll have a charm. But I think I'm gonna just leave mine be. I think I might turn this into an upside down charm because I think that would be a little cute thing to add to my backpack or whatever. But for now, I'm just gonna tuck it in. Sorry if I was off camera, but this is what it looks like, and I think it looks really cute. I'm glad that I changed that little part right there, and I definitely think the 2 cap bands made it a lot fuller at the top. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about my little rants at the beginning and that this tutorial is pretty long, but I just want at the beginning to let you know how hard I work on these videos, and that I really appreciate if you guys give this a big thumbs up and also subscribe. Yeah, just leading into that. And as always, go find me on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook. The links might not be in the description box, but they're going to be on my channel. And apologize for the shaky camera. And also my throat's kind of sore, but I think this is a really cute charm. There are other people who've made charms like where Loom's Creations, I think, has an ice cream cone, but hers is bigger and this one's very little, and I think it's just adorable. So if you make this, please hashtag it to hashtag iCraftStuff. That's with 2 S's, iCraft and then stuff. And I really appreciate it, as always, if you comment down below what you want me to make, and then find me on Instagram and answer my question answers. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and also look up for crazy poppin' cooking videos coming in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.